everybody. My name is Lewis, and this is Man Bites Film. This is a special tribute episode to one of my favorite musicians and a star of a very, very good movie. And it's a movie that I grew up with for a very long time, and I've watched this so many times. So I decided to do a film review on this particular artist. His name is David Bowie, and he passed away earlier this week after a long battle with cancer for over a year and a half. He had been battling it, and he finally passed away peacefully in his sleep. At least that's what we're told. So I wanted to do a tribute to him and record a quick episode for him. In the movies that he's been in various movies, and I chose the two best films and the worst film that he's been in. And not for a lack of trying on his part, just the story was horrific. So let's go into the main feature review, which is, of course, The Labyrinth. Anybody that knows me knows that I love this movie. This is one of my favorite movies growing up. It came out in 1985, and it's with Jennifer Connelly and David Bowie. It's pretty much the main cast. It's a Jim Henson production, and this follows the story about Jennifer Connelly, that she gives away her step brother to the Goblin King, which is David Bowie, and he's supposed to transport this baby to this magical world. And David Bowie challenges Jennifer Connelly to go find the child because she suddenly had a change of heart and didn't want David Bowie to take him away, because she realized, she's just being a spoiled brat. So the whole story revolves around her trying to find her way through the labyrinth and all its amazing critters and creatures and characters and these obstacles. One of the highlights of the film is the little snail that just says, "Oh, you could have just walked right through and gotten straight to the castle." Then there's another one, the Hoggle, which is supposed to be another one of the main supporting characters of the film, and he follows Jennifer Connelly around and helps basically manipulate the plot. He's the closest thing to the plot tool for the film, and he's a fantastic character too, because at the beginning you just think he's a selfish dick that wants to take Jennifer Connelly to some random part of the thing and take all her jewelry and everything, and then he suddenly becomes friends with her, and David Bowie tries to scare him into taking her back to the beginning of the labyrinth and trying to stop her from actually prevailing in this. And her innocence is such a good attribute in the labyrinth, and people love it. So they just start following her, and all these characters start, she builds up an army of characters throughout the film. And it's a Jim Henson production, so you can imagine the Muppets that are in this thing are just awesome. And the characters that are behind the Muppets makes it even that much better. One of my favorite sequences is the dream sequence when she's poisoned by an apple. Classic fairy tale story. And she goes into like a masquerade ball that has all the characters that she's seen throughout the film so far, including, of course, the Goblin King. And it's a song sung by David Bowie. And the whole soundtrack is done by him. Not only is he the star, but the whole soundtrack is done by him. And it has very, very memorable songs throughout the film, including Dance Baby Dance, which is awesome. And I still sing this song all the time. It's the only soundtrack that I've actually bought because I love it that much. That's how good it is. And I give this film a 7 out of 10. The only reason I give it a 7 out of 10 is for obvious reasons. There is some cheese factor to the film. It's kind of cheesy in a lot of aspects of it, and there's one scene that I just can't stand, and that's the little flamingo things that I just can't stand that scene. I actually fast forward through that scene in the movie, and I don't fast forward through movies, but that's one of them that I couldn't take it anymore. So I was like, I can't, no. All right, so that's The Labyrinth. Please, if you have not seen this movie, you have to go out and watch this movie. It's to the effect of like Legend and any fantasy movie really that has like a sense of innocence to it. This movie is very similar to that, and it takes it to very, very good scale. It's the props, the design, the music, everything keeps you in this world, and it really, really works in this film. And David Bowie as a character is just awesome. I've never seen him act as good as this film. He just blows my mind every time I watch this film. So please check it out if you have. So now I want you guys to check out our feature artist, and this is a band that I've actually come to really, really enjoy, and I found them while starting this show. So please check out Sunshine and Bullets. I'm gonna also link them below so you can check out the rest of their videos and everything. I've actually purchased this album. This is how good they are. So enjoy.
The sun is going down. I know that now is the time for the reason how I've been given. Now that all my sacrifice has been fed to the wolves, and I never figured how I was pulled down with them. 'Cause I need this more than ever. I'm running out of time, and I know that it's now or never. I may be selling my soul tonight, and I hope that I'm not mistaken, 'cause it's too late to change my mind. And I know that it's now or never. I won't be coming home tonight.
Never did I think that the venom would take over me. I never saw it coming, but I wanted to see wherever you would follow and be my lead, me into places never ending. And now can you bleed enough for me to never need anything but what is now? 'Cause I need this more than ever. I'm running out of time, and I know that it's now or never. I may be selling my soul tonight, and I hope that I'm not mistaken, 'cause it's too late to change my mind. And I know that it's now or never. I won't be coming home tonight.
Afraid of the one thing I haven't done yet, but I just can't get this thing out of my head.
I'm betting it all 'cause I have nothing left. I'm putting it all up on 17 black.
'Cause I need this more than ever. I'm running out of time, and I know that it's now or never. I may be selling my soul tonight, and I hope that I'm not mistaken, 'cause it's too late to change my mind. And I know that it's now or never. I won't be coming home tonight. I won't be coming home tonight.
I may be selling my soul tonight.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you really enjoyed the music, and I want to go into the one that I really could not stand from David Bowie. This movie is called Zoolander, and this is a 2001 film with Ben Stiller and Christopher Owen, and I can't stand this film. I hate Ben Stiller. He's a cheesy as hell comedian. I don't find his comedy humorous at all. So it just, it felt flat. Like pretty much every film of his, I can't stand. I walked out of pretty much all the Meet the Parent movies, and I don't enjoy his movies. I don't find his comedy humorous at all. His father is fantastic in Seinfeld. He was a great comedian in that. I loved him. But his son just, no. The only reason he got anywhere in Hollywood is because of his father, I bet. So I give this film a 1 out of 10. The only part that I really enjoyed were little comedic points. When I saw David Bowie in it, I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, he didn't do anything. He didn't add anything to the film. He was there as a guest, as himself. So it was whatever. So I give this a 1 out of 10, period. No, yeah, and that's being generous, I think. Alright, the next one. This is one that I really, really enjoy, of course, The Prestige. David Bowie plays Nicholas Tesla. And if you don't know the story of Tesla, you have to research this guy. He is an amazing inventor. If you thought we got the light bulb from Edison and all, that's bullshit. Edison stole everything from Tesla. And not only that, but Tesla came up with a way that we would have gotten electricity without having to pay for it. A renewable resource that would have no end. Okay? And for some reason, nobody wants to use it. And he came up with the same concept as power lines, but for this type of energy that would not need to be harvested or pollution, nothing. It's straight in the air. I mean, it's amazing. It boggles my mind that this guy's inventions were not known until recently, basically. He's become an underground sensation now, and everybody worships this guy. So he plays Tesla, and he is trying to invent a machine for this magician. And the magician is Hugh Jackman, of course. And this film includes Christian Bale, Scarlett Johansson, Andy Serkis, and, of course, is directed by Christopher Nolan himself. One of my favorite directors of all time. And Bowie plays this very wise, very, like, if you remember the Kung Fu movies and the Hong Kong films and all that stuff, he's the wise guy with the huge beard. That's what he comes off as. He just comes off as the wizard, you know, from Wizard of Oz. He is the all-knowing man of invention, of electricity and teleportation. And this film is amazing. And if you have not seen The Prestige, please watch this film. It gets a 9 out of 10 for me, and the only reason it gets a 9 out of 10 is because there's a little bit of a weird confusion, I guess, when I first watched this film, and I don't know what happened when I watched it, that I got like I didn't enjoy certain parts of it, but I've come to really, really love this film now after the fact, after I saw it the first time. Just like Christopher Nolan films, it's kind of hard to swallow at first, so the first viewing isn't the best viewing for you. The second, third viewing is always the best for these type of films. So please go out and watch this again if you have already seen this once. You will enjoy it a lot more the second time around. Alright, and that concludes this, and I just want everybody, please celebrate the life of David Bowie. This man was an amazing musical artist and film artist. He portrayed roles that a lot of people could not imagine themselves portraying. The Goblin King in the Labyrinth, he did such a good job with it. He took that to another level that I don't think anybody else could have. And then Tesla in The Prestige, he makes that role what it was in the film. I can't imagine anybody else in that role. That's how good it was. This man not only excelled in music, but in film, which is so hard to switch over. His music is so influential. There's so many people that love and admire this man because of what he is and what he stands for. Just total freedom of music. He created music out of his heart and love. He loved his art, and that's the reason even till his deathbed he was creating music. Even with the diagnosis of cancer, he was still writing songs, still performing. That is a true artist, and I really love this man for what he did to and what he gave us, to his legacy. His legacy will stand forever in film and in music. So thank you very much. I really want to thank you for everything you contributed to the film industry and to the music industry. You've impacted my life and so many millions of more than you will ever know, and you will be celebrated for years to come from now. And thank you again for watching this episode of Man Bites Film. Hope to see you next week on Wednesday and Friday for the short films and our regular Friday episode.